Case against Ripple by the United States SEC started 2.5 years ago, so it's certainly been a bit frustrating and slow, but the good news is we're at the end of that journey. And while others in the crypto industry might be at the beginning of that journey, the silver lining for Ripple has been that we're kind of at the end. Sometime, I would say, between the next 2 and let's say 6 months, I expect a resolution. The judge in the United States has been fully briefed. She has the decision on her plate.
Guys, the end has come. James Phelan, an attorney, has some breaking information on RippleXRP. The case that had been brought against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson has been dropped. The case that Brad and Larson were accused of having just been thrown out of court. Therefore, the letter states that the resignation was voluntarily given. It is hereby stipulated and agreed by and between the parties and or their respective counsels that the above captioned action is voluntarily dismissed with prejudice against the defendants, Brad Garlinghouse and Christian A. Larson, and without costs, in accordance with Rule 41A, 1A of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. This dismissal is made in accordance with the terms of this agreement. Report that was submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission. The clerk's office personnel will be responsible for reviewing and processing the proposed document. There is no necessary action on the part of the Chamber's attachments. The SEC and Ripple intend to meet and confer on a potential briefing schedule with respect to the pending issue in the case, which remedies are proper against Ripple for its Section 5 violations with respect to its institutional sales of XRP, and they humbly ask that they be given until November 9, 2023 to put forward such a schedule to the court. The waiting issue in the case is what remedies are proper against Ripple for its violations of Section 5 with respect to their sales of XRP, or if the parties are unable to reach an agreement. Ripple and XRP have been on the correct side of history, and this fact was demonstrated once more. I'd like to ask you a question. What kind of a mood is Gary Gensler in right now? Give me a heads up. Will he continue to appeal after suffering several defeats? According to Stuart Alderodi, the general counsel for Ripple, the SEC made a grave error in coming after Brad and Chris personally, and now they have capitulated by dismissing all charges against our executives. This has nothing to do with the settlement. This constitutes a concession on the part of the SEC. That makes 3 victories in a row for Ripple, including the decision from July 13, which ruled that XRP is not a security as a matter of law, the decision from October 3, which denied the SEC's bid for an interlocutory appeal, and now this latest victory. This brings the overall case closer to an initial resolution. As a result of the announcement, the price of XRP increased by around 4.1%, reaching $0.51. In its broad-ranging pursuit of cryptocurrency companies that, according to the SEC, violate securities laws, the Securities and Exchange Commission has been dealt a number of legal defeats. Gary Gensler, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, has claimed that practically all cryptocurrencies need to be regarded as securities for the purposes of the agency's monitoring. Nevertheless, judges in the United States have consistently stated that the issue is not so cut and dry. Due to the fact that Congress is unlikely to pass any laws regulating cryptocurrencies in the near future, it is possible that the standards by which the United States government deals with digital assets will be decided in court. In the meantime, Ripple has reported that it is currently conducting approximately 90% of its operations outside of the borders of the United States, and this one again will definitely be a game changer for Ripple and all XRP holders.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening.